All right, guys. So we're going to be looking at the difference between topic and main idea. We confuse these two things a lot. Whenever I ask, what is the main idea of this passage? A lot of times you guys will just give me the topic. Here's how we clarify that. So first of all, topic is usually one word for what the article is about. It's not the whole main idea. It's just a single word usually. The most useful place to look for this is in the title, actually. Usually if you're looking for what the topic is, look at the title and it'll show you there. The main idea, however, is what the author believes about the topic. You can also think of this as what they want you to learn or take away. So for example, let's imagine you just read this article and the topic was snow leopards. However, that's not the main idea because that's not what the author believes. That's not what they want you to learn. Instead, what the main idea is people should stop hunting snow leopards because they're endangered. That might be what the actual article is about. Or here's another example. Our topic could be LeBron versus Michael Jordan as the topic of the article, what the article is about. However, what the author actually wants you to believe in, they might have the opinion that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. You're going to watch this video now that's actually going to give you some good examples. And then you're going to list the 3 pieces of advice at the end for how they find main idea. Okay? So watch
Fiction text.
and enjoy.
In this lesson, you will learn how to find the main idea of a section of nonfiction text by gathering details from that section and asking, what are these details mostly teaching me about? Let's review. We've been reading the article, Ever Wonder Who Invented Pizza? And we figured out that the author used a time order text structure, and that helped us find the sections of text. We saw there was a section about pizza in the 1700s, a section about the 1900s, and a section about today. Let's talk about a common mistake. Some students wait until they've finished reading an entire text to think about the main idea. We need to stop and do that at each section so we don't get to the end and forget what we read in the beginning. Here's the first section of text. We'll reread it. Buongiorno, that's good day or hello in Italian. The Italians invented pizza as we know it today in southern Italy in a city called Naples. Pizza in the 1700s, though, probably tasted a little different. It was made with just a few ingredients, bread topped with garlic, butter, and salt. That's not exactly the pizza we know and love today. Most pizza was sold on the streets as a cheap meal for the poor. No one knows for sure when tomatoes were added. One legend says fishermen would eat pizza for breakfast. That's why tomato sauce is called marinara sauce. Marinara means seafaring in Italian. The more expensive pizzas included cheese and basil. Now that sounds more like it. Come bueno, how good. Okay, so now I need to think about what the main idea in this section of text was. I'm going to start by listing some of the key details that I read about. And I'm going to use my hand and fingers to help me do this. I'm going to touch a finger and name a key detail while I do that. Okay, so I learned pizza was invented in Italy in the 1700s. What else did I learn? When it started out, it didn't have very many toppings. And I learned that fishermen ate it. Okay, so if I take these key details and I think to myself, what are these details mostly teaching me about? I can see how they fit together. Well, it started out in Italy in the 1700s with not many toppings, and fishermen ate it. They talked about how fishermen were poor and they ate it. I think this part is mostly about how pizza was simple when it was invented. Here are the steps we followed. 1. Stop reading at the end of a section. 2. List the important details on your fingers. 3. Ask, what are these details mostly teaching me about? In this lesson, you have learned to find the main idea of a section of nonfiction text by gathering details from that section and asking, what are these details mostly teaching me about?
Okay, so this is the most important part. What are these details mostly teaching me about? And that is the main idea. Or also, you can think of it like we saw before. What does the author believe about the topic? So from now on, you're never going to tell me that the main idea of a passage is just like a single word long. That's the topic. The main idea is what the author is trying to tell you about that topic. Okay? Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of class.